For decades, the world was told one story: the West leads, the West decides, and the West defines the future. Well, the story is now statistically false. Not controversial, not debatable, it is false. This is not a collapse, this is growth. This is irrelevance creeping in quietly while the Western capitals argue about yesterday. Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to today's episode of Stratex. Today we are going to dig about Western influence. Are they capable enough? Let's talk about specifically about India, China, and let's talk about multipolar world. Well, the global power does not follow democracy. It does not follow alliances. It follows the growth velocity. Well, IMF projection 2026, according to 2026 global GDP growth contribution, China contributes around 26.6%, India contributes around 17%, whereas United States contribute just 9.9%. Well, I'm repeating it, just 9.9%. Let's say it clearly. China and India together forms around 43.6% of the global growth. Entire Western world is less than Asia alone. Well, this has never happened in the modern history. In 1990s, US and European Union produced over more than 50% of the global growth. By mid 2020s, they produced less than 25%. This is not a leadership, this is a loss of economic gravity. Economic dominance is not an opinion, it is a share. Let me discuss about GDP share. Well, in year 1980s, West contribute around 60%, whereas Asia contribute around 20%. Well, in 2000, West contribute around 55%, whereas Asia contribute around 30%. Well, in 2025, West contribute around 43%, whereas Asia contribute around 45%. Well, in 2030, it is projected that West contribute less than 40, whereas Asia contributes more than 50%. For the first time since the Industrial Revolution, West is no longer the dominant economic bloc. History has moved on, but the West hasn't. Let me share about nominal GDP. According to IMF 2026 report, West contribute around 31.8 trillion, China contribute around 20.6 trillion, and India contribute around 4.5 trillion. But nominal GDP hides reality. Well, according to PPP GDP, China is number 1, whereas India ranks number 3. Well, this means production, consumption, and labor power have already shifted east. Only the Western stock indices pretend otherwise. Let me talk about manufacturing, the source of real power. You don't dominate the world by writing rules, you dominate it by making them at a scale. China's share in global manufacturing export in 1995 it was just 3%, whereas in 2020 it was 20%. Well, the G7 declining across every category. China is now only the full stack manufacturing nation. Low tech, mid tech, high tech, clean energy, strategic technology. No Western economy has this depth. Not US, not Germany, not Japan. West is not free. Let's remove the illusion of independence. In terms of global supply chain control, so in terms of solar panels, China control 80%. In terms of EV batteries, 75% of processing in China. In terms of rare earth, 90% is controlled by China. West, if they can impose an action on West, but it cannot disengage. If you sanction China completely, then Western industry will collapse first. This is not a leverage, this is a structural captivity. Well, let me discuss about demographics, the slow motion collapse. Well, economy does not age gracefully, they shrink violently. Well, let me discuss about the median age. In Japan, the median age is 49 years. In Western Europe, it is between 45 to 46. In USA, it is 38. In China, it is 41. Whereas in India, it is just 29.8 years. Well, in India, 65% of population are under 35. 15 million workers added every year till 2040. By 2050, 1 in 3 Chinese over 60, India with 800 million working age people. Well, no great power in history survives without demographic momentum. Well, how can we miss about the military power from monopoly to parity? Where military spending, according to SIPRI 2024, where USA contributes around 1916 billion, China contributes around 1314 billion, India contributes around 86 billion. Well, China today accounts for more than 50% of Asian military spending. China has modernized continuously for 30 long years. America remains global. China dominates its region, whereas India controls the Indian Ocean axis. This is not an unipolarity. This is a geographic power fragmentation. But let me discuss about IMF voting power. USA contribute around 16.49%, whereas its population share is 4.22%. Now, if we combine India, China, and Africa, includes 40 plus percentage of humanity with less than 50% voting share. So this institution reflects 1945 power, not 2025 reality. Reform is blocked, so alternative emerge. BRICS Bank, local currency trade, regional settlement system. This is not a rebellion, this is an institutional decay. Well, technology scale beats innovation. West invents, Asia deploys. China leads in 5G patents, EV ecosystem, and industrial AI. India built its own UPI, Aadhaar, and population scale digital governance. Technology without scale is a demo. Scale turns tech into power. So this is a structural power transition. Old powers dominates institution, new powers dominate growth. Institutional mismatch creates tension. Multipolar order becomes unavoidable. Well, we are in the past stage 3. Break has already begun and West is not collapsing, it is just no longer central. China, world's factory, a technological industrial state and regional military power, whereas India, the future workforce, next consumption engine and geopolitical swing state. Well, global power is shifting because maths says no, geography says no, demography says no, product says a clear no. Not ideology, not morality, not policy, but structure wise. This is not an anti-West, this is an anti-illusion. West controls the past, Asia controls the future, and the future does not wait. Well, that's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, just watch Straight X.